So good morning. I think we're live. So I am here this morning speaking to the lovely Liz Scott. And Liz lives in South Devon and I am in North Devon. So and we have got this huge aim to make North Devon the most mentally healthy place to live and work. So Liz and I connected and we kind of said, hey, let's not stop at North Devon. Let's do the whole of Devon. She's got South Devon, we've got North. So we thought a collaboration would be just amazing. We thought if there's two of us, well, there's more than two of us, but if we kind of got together on this, why not let's make the whole of Devon the most mentally healthy place to live and work. So so we thought we'd get together and have a chat and share the things that we're up to, so that if anyone wants to get involved in any of the things we're up to, then please do. And we're going to be doing this a little bit more and share.
Have you ever used WD-40? It's like
yes,
you have a squeaky door and then you squeeze this like tiny bit of oil on the door and it doesn't squeak. And I don't know about you, but once you've discovered WD-40, it's like you're wandering all around your house looking for things that you can
squirt it.
That's right. And for me, it's a bit like that with this understanding that we're talking about and we're sharing around mental health and well-being. There's a real simplicity, I think, to helping people really get a sense of their well-being and mental health. And there's such great work already going on across the county with mental health professionals. And this is almost like a bit of WD-40 that I think could really support them and businesses who are very interested in well-being, not just for if you're a mental health professional for your clients, but also for yourself, for your staff, and for businesses. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? We all know that when we feel in that really good space, that we perform better and we're better able to communicate with people. So yes, I'm really inspired by this certainly in South Devon, which is where I live, and I love this idea of focusing on Devon and making it the most mentally healthy place in the world to live and work, because it's so beautiful here, isn't it?
Well, this is the thing. We live in such a beautiful place. You know, I look out my window now and the view out of here is amazing. We just live in the most beautiful place. And yet, sadly, you know, there's a lot of statistics that say that people can feel isolated and lonely and stressed and worried. And, you know, our children, there's way too high incidents of suicide and attempted suicide in our youngsters, and it's so sad when we have got everything here on our doorstep that you could ever want. And it seems to me, like you were saying, you know, even just from light-hearted things, you know, we worry too much about stuff that and we stress over things, and innocently we pass that on to our children and the people around us. And this simple understanding, this WD-40 that we're talking about, it is brilliant. It is absolutely amazing. It does make a huge difference to people. And in schools and in businesses and things like this, it makes sense to look after ourselves and look after each other in this way. You know, take care, because if we've got this piece in place, if we are mentally healthy and stable, everything we do, you know, we're going to be great parents, we're going to be great at our jobs, we're going to be happy and welcoming, and it just makes complete sense to me to share what we have seen, what we know to be true about
life.
About life. I kind of lost
and it's kind of. And I want to sort of be really clear about this, because it's something really simple, and it sounds like we're talking in riddles here, but if you don't understand what we're talking about, so I in the best way possible I can, for me it's about really seeing clearly the okayness, the resilience that's already inside, and I've done a lot of work in the world of coaching and psychology, and I trained as a counsellor, and I've worked in the BBC as well, actually. So I love connecting with people. And the bit that I've seen most recently, and I know this is the bit that we see, that Devon becoming the most mentally healthy place to live and work is kind of like the missing piece. The bit that I really see is that I've only just seen in the last few years that we're actually built with resilience right through the core of us. We're built with this sort of mental health right in the core of us. And when we get a little bit wobbly, and we all get a little bit wobbly, we start chasing around, getting worried, looking for it somewhere else. And the very place we don't look is back inside of us. And so in a way, what we're doing, and I know you're going to be doing in your conference in September, which is the 13th to 15th, isn't it, in Barnstable?
Yeah.
What you're going to be
Barnstable
doing
Hotel.
is, you're going to be showing people, like, it's almost like giving them pointing them back to where they actually, what they're overlooking, what's already there. And actually it's incredible when everybody I see gets back in touch with that. It's almost like it is like that WD-40. It's like everything that felt a little bit hard work suddenly becomes more easeful. So I'm really excited about your conference. It just sounds amazing. So give me, I know we haven't got long, but a couple of bits of, like, who is it for, and why might I go along?
Well, I mean, what we're aiming to do, we would absolutely love to get every school, every business, and every household in across Devon a chance to see for themselves what it is we're talking about. Because, like you know, experiencing this, it does seem as if we're talking in riddles sometimes, and yet once you've had an experience of this, something massive will change for you. So, you know, we would absolutely love to get it into every school, every business, and every household across Devon. So, you know, if you're a human being and you're breathing, this conference will be massively interesting to you. Yeah. It's not broadly aimed or anything like that. You know, we're very, very specific. But if, you know, why would you want to come to this conference if you've got a business? Because I think we can all, like we've said, it's so important that the cornerstone to a good life, whatever it is we're doing, is our mental stability. You know, if we're not worrying and stressing and anxious about things, whatever we get up to in the world is going to be more fun. It's going to unfold more easily. It's just going to be a whole nicer experience. And so that's the piece that we're pointing to. We're, you know, this WD-40 that we're going to spray all over our conference. So if you need a bit of WD-40 in your life, you need something to be a little bit easier. And we've got a couple of musicians coming. We've got a psychiatrist coming over from Sweden. We've got a wonderful man, Nick Bettini, who's just written a book all about music and performance, and he's written a song for our conference that he's going to perform there. We've got a drummer coming, so it's going to be, you know, it's not going to be one of these stiff, you know, wear your suit and tie, collar kind of conference. It's going to be come along, relax, learn something life-changing, and have a really fun few days.
Oh, it sounds amazing. It sounds amazing, and I just love the sound of it. So 13th to the 15th, Barnstable Hotel in September. That's the place to be. And just to let you know, and I know that we're going to maybe hook up again, we're running a conference around mental health and wellbeing for young people in November. So maybe we could hook up again a bit later on and at some other point, Debra, and have a chat about that, because I bet you'll be really interested to learn a bit more about what we're doing down in the south.
Absolutely, yeah. Brilliant. That would be great. That would be lovely. Well, thank you very much for this morning, Liz. It's really lovely to talk to you. And yes, let's do this again soon.
Great.
Take care.
Take care, Debra. Cheers and bye.
Thanks. Bye.